This would be massive. Bitcoin and XRP to wipe out America's national debt? Let's talk about it. There's a video floating around that shows on the screen, I think it's Newsmax. And the gentleman talks about how they're going to be using Bitcoin and has XRP on there, or using cryptocurrency specifically to wipe out the debt. The Russian parliament did a video talking about how America, they said they're sucking the national debt up into stablecoin. And they're going to use crypto to wipe out the debt. But let me break down how this is going to work in my opinion. Do your own research. I've been working on this since 2020. It's freed my family financially because I'm focused on not emotion, facts, figures, numbers, logic. You have to understand what they are saying and why they're saying that. So here's how this could happen. Number one is I don't think XRP is going to be used to wipe out the national debt. XRP is a bridge currency, but they will have things like XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and a sovereign wealth fund. And they are creating a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And at the end, I'm going to get to how this will benefit you and how it's benefit me. So here's what is happening. You can save this video and come back to it. I told you guys a black swan was coming, 10/10/2025. Boom, what happened? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen by 2030. Save this video, please. They are creating a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, why would they do that? Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million. And if they were able to buy 1 million Bitcoin, which would be 5% of the supply of Bitcoin, by 20 years, they could shrink the balance sheet in half our debt. Now, how could that happen? I was saying as well that they're probably going to revalue gold on an accounting measure on the balance sheet. And they're going to take the profit of the revalued gold and buy Bitcoin with it because they said they're going to do it in a budget neutral way. And Cynthia Loomis just said the exact same thing. She said if they take the paper gold in 1974 that's undervalued, they revalue it to today's prices, they can take that profit, counting measure, and buy Bitcoin with it. Now, if they buy 5% of the supply of Bitcoin, it grows 50% every year. The balance sheet for America would be growing dramatically, outgrowing the debt problem. So with the public and private sector coming together, GDP growth, having these digital assets, this is really important. This is how I do my investments that have fixed supply that are deflationary. They could start paying off the national debt in the next 20 years. This was the plan all along, guys. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon told you that cryptocurrency is used for money laundering, that it's a fraud. And by the end of the year, they just announced that you can use Bitcoin as collateral to get a loan. So that's not even logical. CEO says it's used for money laundering and you're a criminal. Criminals use it, but they're going to let us use it to get a leverage back loan. So you're going to let us use something that's used for criminals and money laundering, but you're going to let us leverage loan? That doesn't make any sense. Use logic, guys, not emotion. Get out of the get rich quick hype. But here's what's going to happen. They're going to create the Bitcoin strategic